I heard this crazy story recently. This little girl was addicted to her iPhone. Her mom tried to take her iPhone away, and so she tried to kill her mom. This little girl was so upset that her mom took away her iPhone, she gave her a glass of water with bleach in it. And the mom smelled the bleach, obviously. She was like, "Are you trying to murder me with bleach?" And the little girl was like, "Well, you took away my iPhone." Mom was like, "Thank God I took away your iPhone. You couldn't Google a less obvious way to try to murder me."
Tonight on Laughs, America's best comics are getting together to bring you their best stuff. And you are gonna love this stuff. This is Laughs. Good stuff. Welcome to Laughs. I'm your host, Taylor Tomlinson. And tonight I'm issuing you a challenge. Try not to smile. Seriously, try it. In fact, we'll even make it interesting. You can start with an angry face. Start from 0. I guarantee that you will be smiling in 3, 2, 1.
I do have some really good news, something that's really touched me in a personal way. My aunt, my favorite aunt in the world, she's like a second mom to me, just found out that she's recently breast cancer free. She's a breast cancer survivor. Yeah. I'm a survivor, yeah. Here's the thing, she's always a very optimistic, positive person, which is one of the traits that I like about it, that I love about it, right? But she said something that kind of messed me up one time. She said something that really confused me. She goes, "Chuck, I know that no matter what happens, I'm gonna be okay. Do you know why?" I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Because I am an American." I was like, "I'm sorry, did your breast fight in Vietnam? Like, what? Don't know what that means." She goes, "Well, we raise billions of dollars in breast cancer research in this country. Somebody right now, as we speak, is running a marathon for me. America loves boobies." Which is true, right? America does love boobies in this country. We cherish them. This is how I know. We cherish breasts in this country. Because my uncle is a survivor of testicular cancer. See, nobody cares. See what just happened? No one cared. I mentioned breasts, there was a parade that came through here. Plus, my aunt has so many celebrities to look up to for celebrity inspiration, for like that inspiring thing. Like she had Wanda Sykes, Sheryl Crow, Sharon Osbourne. Do you know who my uncle had to look up to for celebrity inspiration? Lance Armstrong and comedian Tom Green. And one of those guys is a disgrace to his country and his artistry, an embarrassment to his entire nation. And the other guy is Lance freaking Armstrong. Do you understand?
I do a lot of traveling as a comedian, and I have to fly to a lot of different cities. When we have to pay for our own tickets, I always fly Southwest or any of those general admission airlines where you're not actually buying a seat on the plane. You're just buying admission, like it's a crappy concert. You're supposed to print out your boarding pass 24 hours in advance and just show up early. I always forget to do that. By the time I get to the terminal, there's like 100 people already waiting in line. They're there early, they're diligent, they're there in sleeping bags like there actually is a concert on the plane. And I hate them, so I purposely board dead last, like right before they shut the door. I hate being uncomfortable, I just love to see the looks on all those people's faces that waited for hours, got there early, saved a seat, and then they think I'm gonna be the one that ruins their day when I hop on the plane. Everyone gets there early and they're like, "Oh man, it's gonna be amazing, we got this extra seat. Nothing's gonna ruin this trip, this is gonna be great." Oh, come on. Hopefully it gets winded and doesn't make it back here. That would suck. I'll make it as terrible as I can, though. I'll jog laps around the terminal so I sweat more before I hop on the plane. I'll walk briskly. Also, I'll go to one of those dumb sandwich kiosks, grab a couple mustard packets and spread it all over my shirt, but just around my nipples so I also look crazy. And I leap on, I don't want anybody to miss it, so I leap onto the plane and I scream. When I land, I'm just like, "Ha ha ha!" Then when everybody looks up with that shocked, fearful face, I'm like, "Who's it gonna be?" And then I just dance down the aisle really slowly.
We good? I'm having a great day because my hair is cooperating. This is a grow out from a mess up. I'm sure every woman in here, every man has had that experience before. I went to the hairdresser. I had not many instructions. I was like, hey, just don't cut it too short, because if you cut it too short, it's gonna spike like a little Asian boy. That's not the look I'm going for. What does this bitch do? She cuts it too short. So now I start to cry and curse her out at the same time, because that's who I am. She looks at me, she goes, don't cry. You're so beautiful. You can pull anything off. Bitch, I didn't come here to challenge my face. What kind of customer service is that? It's cool. I constantly get people looking at me and go, oh, wow, you have such an interesting look. With the head tilt. White people do that to me all the time. Such an interesting look. I realize that's white people's way of going, oh, wow, what kind of Negro are you? You're not standard issue Negro.
What has it been, seconds since you last tweeted? End the dry spell. Find us at Laughs TV Show or use the hashtag LaughsTV. Only the funny stuff gets retweeted. Join us, we will make you popular. Here's Matt Donaher.
My buddy is really into drugs. He came over to play video games. He's like, hey, before we get started, do you want to take a muscle relaxer? I was like, what? It's like, dude, look at me. My muscles are already pretty casual. My buddy went away for a weekend, and he asked me to watch his hamster, and it died. I felt so bad. I didn't know what to do. The best thing I could think of, I went out and got another hamster just like that one. And I have no idea why I thought that was gonna work. Like, he's gonna be fooled by 2 dead hamsters. I mean, my friend is very competitive. He's one of those guys, he always has to try to outdo you, like no matter what. Like, I went to Canada, so he went to France. I went bungee jumping, so he went skydiving. It's pissing me off so much, I'm thinking about getting in a minor car accident. My buddy just started online dating, and he's like, you know what's a deal breaker for me though? Kids. It's like, wow, how brave. A guy who won't date kids. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I had trouble meeting women for a long time, and my roommate suggested that I join a gym to meet women. Yeah, because that's where I'm at my most impressive. The gym. Hi, nice to meet you. You want to spot me while I try to open the gym door? Just going for 2 reps, in and out. Through this like weird online dating thing, I ended up sleeping with my 3rd cousin. I know, I can't believe I've had sex with 3 of my cousins. Maybe I shouldn't have been using Ancestry.com. That was probably... Hey guys, thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
You gotta be careful with drugs, man. Drugs can kill you. I heard about this. This is a 100% true story. This guy in Russia, he died recently of a Viagra overdose because these 2 girls that he knew bet him that he couldn't have a 12-hour threesome with them. So he was like, I'll take that bet. And he starts guzzling Viagra like crazy, and he does it. He wins the bet. He has all 12 hours of sex, but because of all the Viagra he has a heart attack, shouts worth it, and dies. That's a dumb thing to do. It's really dumb. Fellas, if you take anything away from the show, take this away with you. If 2 girls ever bet you that you can't have a 12-hour threesome with them, just have sex with them for like 2 hours. And then put on your clothes and be like, I guess I lost.
Don't go anywhere. We have some of our best comics coming up next. Laughs will be right back. Welcome back to Laughs. That was too loud. I'm sorry, I got excited. Welcome back to Laughs. That was too soft. Here's some funny people who are talking at the appropriate volume. Here's Ken Gar.
I am divorced. Happens, right? Happens to a lot of us. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't want to get divorced, but my wife's boyfriend was insistent. He's a good guy. People ask me all the time, why'd you get divorced? There's never one reason. It's always a multitude of reasons. But I can tell you, the beginning and the end of my marriage was when we went on a couples diet. If you're on a couples diet right now, get off of it. I'm a guy, which means I can lose 9 pounds in 4 days by just not thinking about butter. Meanwhile, it took my poor wife about 6 months to lose about 1.5 pounds. And all of a sudden, I'm the jerk because I'm losing weight faster than her, and it's not fair. So I tried to be a good husband. I started cheating on the couples diet. I'm eating McDonald's like every other day. But I'm not an idiot, so I'd hide the McDonald's bag in my neighbor's garbage can. Now he's getting divorced.
Laughs comics are coming to your town. Go to our Facebook page to find out when and where. And while you're there, maybe stop over by my mom's Facebook page and let her know that I will get married when I am good and ready. All right, Mom? Stop posting wedding dress pictures. We get it. You are Pinterested in my happiness.
Oh man, I moved here from Oklahoma to Los Angeles, and there's some things that, like in Oklahoma is in the middle of the Bible Belt, and I went to Sunday school when I was there every week, and one of the last times I was there, I remember we were talking about real life experiences with guardian angels, okay? And this 16-year-old girl in my class, I'll never forget, she raised her hand, she's like, oh my God, I have a story like that. One time I was driving home, and it started raining, and I skidded off the road, and I started heading toward a really steep ditch. If I would have hit it, I would have flipped for sure, but something stopped me. I got out of the car, and there were muddy handprints all over the hood. Not a soul around. It's my guardian angel. And everybody in the class was like, praise Jesus. And I was just like, hey, so you saw muddy handprints on the hood of your car, and then you were like, angels, and then you just got back in and drove off? Like, was that a miracle, or was it manslaughter? Did you even check the road for body parts? Did you check your grill for an actual grill? I'm just wondering. Why is everybody okay with this? What is going on? You know what's crazy though? That same girl, like years later, she watched a video of me doing stand-up online, and then she commented underneath it, maybe you should go to Sunday school to correct your bad language. I was like, well, maybe you should go to jail because there's no statute of limitations on murder. I know what you did. You killed a man. You killed a man in '98. You guys have been awesome. Thank you.
Hello, friend. Sorry to interrupt, but we have to take a break. But, and this is a big but, giant but, we will be right back with more funny comics. Welcome back to Laughs. If you are just joining us, let me get you up to speed here. Previously, on this episode of Laughs,
It's like, wow, how brave. A guy who won't date kids.
Like, I'm sorry, did your breast fight in Vietnam? Like, what do we...
I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't want to get divorced, but my wife's boyfriend was insistent.
I didn't come here to challenge my face. You killed a man in '98.
Mom was like, thank God I took away your iPhone. You couldn't Google a less obvious way to try to murder me.
and you're all caught up. Let's get back to Laughs. Here's Luke Thayer.
Bought my mom an iPad. You know, she's on Facebook all the time there. You know, the thing is, she has 3 friends on Facebook. Yeah. Me, my dad, and my sister. I'm like, we do not need social networking for this. We could have just had dinner together, you know? Yeah. And my dad, he loves Twitter because he sees I put jokes on there. He's like, well, you make jokes, I made you, I'll make jokes too. And so this is his tweet that he posted recently. He said, I'm taking a nap, but maybe forever. I'm like, That's pretty good, right? But that was 3 months ago, and he's not posted anything since. Like, oh, I better check up on him, you know?
Laughs is on your phone, your tablet, your Nook, your Sidekick, your Blackberry. Maybe not that one. Point is, anywhere you can watch YouTube, you can watch Laughs. Go online and find us at youtube.com/LaughsTV show for full episodes, our best clips, and some great behind-the-scenes videos. Now let's get back to the comics. Here's Devin Siebold.
So I'm a public school teacher, and yeah, I've been teaching for 9 years. I think this is my last year. I'm just tired of what's that one? The kids. The kids, but they're there, you know. And I cuss a little bit. Don't feel bad. I teach seniors, you know, so they're older. They're 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They're older. I don't really have a problem with the school system. The school system's okay. The kids are okay. The teachers are okay. I just have a problem with one thing outside the schools. I have a problem with school zones. School zones are a danger to our society, folks. I know what you guys are thinking. Hey, wait a minute. That's where you slow down. 15 miles per hour. Completely aware of your surroundings, right? You let the kids cross the road safely. Here's my question to you. How many of you spend the entire time driving through a school zone staring straight down at your speedometer, making sure you don't go over 15 miles an hour? Every time. Oh my, I got pulled over the other day. Cop goes, sir, do you realize what you did back there? I said, well, I know I didn't go over 15 miles per hour. I was staring right down at it. He's like, well, you took out 12 kids in the crossing guard. Maybe you could look up once in a while. Yeah. Now, as a teacher, I have to ask this one thing, this one simple question, just real quick. A lot of parents in here tonight want to do a little parent-teacher conference. Just one question, real quick question. As a teacher, I got to get out of the way. What the hell are you naming your kids, folks? I'm letting you know right now. Every time I take out my roster, it looks like somebody stepped on a Scrabble board. I'm like, what the heck is this? That's a 200-point name right there. That's impressive. I'm calling up parents like, does my son have an F? I'm like, no, he needs one, though, somewhere in his name. You gave him all vowels. I don't think he can do that. Yeah. I had a student by the name of Pepsi. Pepsi. Not a nickname, mind you. Actual on his birth certificate, his name was Pepsi. I said, son, they named you after the soda? He said, yeah. My sister's name is Sprite. I said, holy hell, that is terrible. That's Sprite. I said, time out, dude. Sprite's a Coke product. He's like, different dads. I'm like, oh my goodness. That is.
If you don't know Tom Simmons, then you probably don't know what weird stuff's going on in the world right now. Stick around. Tom Simmons is coming up next to educate you. Making weirdness make sense. Laughs will be right back. You've waited all week for it, so here it is.
Is that a gun in your pants, or are you just happy to see Mickey?
So then there's this with Tom Simmons.
A Florida lawyer named Andrew Gerson was arrested for allegedly carrying a handgun with hollow point bullets into Disney World theme park. It's a Floridian's version of the Fast Pass. You know, I think it was Mary Papa Cappins who said, a clip full of hollow points makes the wait times go down, the wait times go down. Hollow points makes the... When some of the people in the lines found out that he had a gun and he wouldn't quit singing that song, they asked him to put them out of their misery. All right, you shouldn't have a gun in Disney anyway, because even if you weren't planning on killing anyone, you will. Gerson got busted because he hid the gun in his pants. And when the Disney security asked him about it, he said it was part of his anatomy. I don't think so, Pinocchio. We saw you drive up in a Corvette. He then said he was worried about terrorists. If you're worried about getting attacked by militants in Disney, maybe it's time we rethink this whole America thing, okay? What's he worried about? Disney on ISIS? Eh? I almost feel sorry for the guy. Have you seen Mickey's hands? That had to be one uncomfortable strip search. He was eventually charged with illegally carrying a concealed firearm and resisting arrest, and he was released on $2,500 bond. So it's actually cheaper to get out of jail on a firearms charge than to spend a day at Disney. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to jail you go.
All right, we've reached the end of our show. Usually at this point, this is when I'm like, oh no, I don't want the show to be over. So let's stop, let's keep going. But tonight I have plans. So I just have to leave. I'm so sorry. I will rock you guys to sleep next weekend. I promise. I'll see you then, okay? It's a date. This is a different date. I'm going on a different date right now. Oh, hi YouTuber. I don't know your name because you haven't subscribed yet. So right now, you're just YouTuber, a faceless YouTuber. Hit subscribe and I'll learn your name and then we'll be besties. Yay! I promise to never do that again if we become friends. Hit subscribe. Do it. I love you.